Well, speaking of teeth, it's time for our very favorite part of the show, Disgrace of the Week. As always, we start with Ms. Calhoun.
Well, of course, Douglas County we just dealt with, so we can leave them out of this. And instead, we'll go to another county, Denver County, where we're in the middle of a brawl in City Hall right now between 4 city council women who are after another city councilwoman because of the whole who essentially called them traitors. We posted an op-ed about it today. It's a really interesting issue. And if you want more hints, there's an art museum exhibit devoted to La Malinche, who was a really controversial but fascinating figure.
You almost feel like Denver City Council was kind of jealous of all the attention going on elsewhere, so it's time to get ourselves back in the news.
They're doing a good job of it.
Yes, they are. Krista.
So I'm a little late. I'm going to go ahead and go with shame of the month, maybe shame of the term. I'm going to just say Lauren Boebert, Congresswoman, for shouting during the State of the Union. I've been to a State of the Union back when I was a Hill staffer, back when Clinton was in office, and you can choose whether or not you want to rise and stand, whether you want to clap at all. Those are all of your choices, but don't be screaming out. Have some respect for the institution.
And you show the respect show the respect to other people that you want shown to you or people you enjoy. It makes sense. Elena.
I'm giving this one to the weather. Snow in March is one thing, but negative wind chills is another, and I won't stand for it.
I am with you, and I want to find out where we file our complaint because
Exactly.
I am with you on that. The 7 degrees below zero is out of the question. Greg.
I'm going with Jesse Smollett, the former Empire star who just got sentenced to 150 days for perpetrating that racial hoax in Chicago. And he had the nerve to scream and holler at the court and the judge on his way to jail in handcuffs. Good for him. No food tonight.
Time to say something nice about somebody, the hardest part of the show. Patty.
It's an easy week for something nice. I'm going to talk about a couple Denver institutions. We've seen some of them disappear over COVID. We've seen some survive and kind of move to the next level. The Mercury Cafe, which was sold and is continuing to operate much the same way. The Skylark, which was sold and is continuing. Turn Bicycles, which just closed. Unfortunately, that wasn't as smooth a transition. Alan Fine had to sell it after a long time in the business. 2 of his longtime employees are supposed to run it. Good luck. We hope for the best. But the best story comes from Twist and Shout, which is a fabulous store on Colfax, 3rd location. Paul and Jill Epstein decided it was time to retire, sold it to a longtime manager. It will continue, and it is truly a Denver institution we would have missed.
Here, here. And a shop that found a way with all the technological changes. They're still there and in great hands. It's moving forward. Krista, we go to you.
I'm going to go with Johns Hopkins University. Researchers there have now said that when they've looked at lockdowns and all these different things that governments have done over the course of this pandemic, that they had little or no effect on mortality rates. I'm glad they had to say it. SNL just came out with a skit kind of mocking some of those. So I think people are starting to doubt it, and some of us have been saying this all along. So I commend them for saying what I've been saying for 2 years, that government did some unnecessary harm this time around.
Elena.
I'm going to stick with the seasonal theme and give a shout out to Daylight Saving Time, which kicks in on Sunday. I'm so ready for spring.
Yeah.
Here, here. Greg.
I'm going to go with George Payton, the GM of the Broncos, giving hope to Bronco maniacs. Bringing Russell Wilson here gives us hope, and it's probably the 3rd biggest acquisition in Broncos history after Elway and Peyton Manning. So, here.
Well, there were several people saying this. It marked as a trade in NFL history, let alone Broncos history. So it should bring some excitement. There was a great Twitter meme of that where it was like, we really love following the Broncos and the Nuggets and the Avalanche and the Rockies. Not you, but it was those 3.
Right.
Hey, 3 out of 4 isn't bad.
Right.
We've got to pick our battles. And I want to say something nice about all the different folks who have joined us in our March pledge drive. As you know, we have our seasonal times when we ask you for your support. Your support makes shows like Colorado Inside Out now in its 30th season happen. So thank you to all of you who have already participated, becoming a new member. If you haven't already, if there's something special you enjoy, please be sure to make your voice heard. It's very easy, pbs12.org, a couple clicks on Donate Now, and suddenly you are a part of the action, making all these kinds of great shows happen. And remember, when you do, I'll be remiss to say this, not only will you be able to enjoy great shows like Colorado Inside Out, but PBS 12 Passport gives you access to all of those British dramas and anything else that you love on PBS at your fingertips, all the past seasons. You can binge to your heart's content as our way of saying thank you for your membership and making all this happen. And I will join Elena in being excited about spring, warmer temperatures, daylight saving. It'll be a tough week for everybody losing that 1 hour, but we'll get through it together, everybody. Don't worry. That is all time we have for this episode of Colorado Inside Out. For everybody here at PBS 12, I'm Dominic Dezzutti. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.